I'm Attorney Nick Alcock. I'd like to speak about what's happening in the city of Scottsdale with DUI, because there is a lot happening and a lot of rumors and a lot of confusion. I want to clear it up basically right now because we're getting lots of calls from people and they want to know, I've been charged in the city of Scottsdale. Is my case going to be dismissed? What's going on? So here's what's going on. There were 11 cases that have been thrown out by Judge Judge Berstein. And the reason why those cases were thrown out is because the device that's used, that they did use to test the blood, was faulty and it didn't look at all of the data. Now I could talk about for quite some time as to exactly why that is the case, why they were having problems with that blood testing device, but essentially they knew, the police knew that that particular device was having all kinds of problems, and they were speaking with the manufacturer of that device, and there were some conversations going back and forth and some emails going back and forth where they basically admitted, yeah, before any defense attorney finds out about this, it might be a good idea to fix it. And because there is an issue with the way that that particular machine was analyzing the data. So 11 cases are now gone. The big question is what happens to all the other cases that involved that particular machine? And that is basically impossible to know. We can assume that if those 11 cases were thrown out, that anybody else that has a case where the same machine was used and the same process was used, that there would be an ability for us to file a motion to dismiss, go to court, argue exactly the same argument that was made before, that that machine was not analyzing all of the data. And we're talking about hundreds or possibly thousands of cases. As it is right now, we're obviously looking back at every single case that we have in the city of Scottsdale. If you were arrested, really, and it goes back to 2009, if you were arrested from 2009 up until very recently, and you have a blood case, and which is pretty much all they do in Scottsdale, you probably want to contact an attorney immediately so we can sit down and talk about what will happen to your particular case. 602-989-5000 is the number here. And again, City of Scottsdale, very important ruling from Judge Berstein, throwing 11 cases, putting hundreds of cases in doubt. And the crazy thing about this is that, the government has a duty to disclose information. If there's a problem with the machine, it's always a good idea for them to admit, yes, this particular machine is having a hard time. It's not analyzing all the data. In this case, it sounds like they didn't disclose it, and lo and behold, defense attorneys are in business. I'm Nick Alcock. Thanks so much for watching.